Hello there and welcome to my channel. I am Sam Marshall. I am a writer, a reader, and newly a stay-at-home mom. On this channel, we will be discussing books that I've read, books that I'm looking forward to reading, my writer's journey, and how all of that integrates into my daily life. So if that's interesting to you, please make sure to subscribe down below so that you can get notifications as soon as my videos upload. And if you find you like my content, please hit that thumbs up button as well. Thank you. So getting into today's topic of conversation, we are going to discuss my first quarter goals. Now these goals encompass both books, writing, and personal goals as well. And anything that kind of tags into social media as well. And the reason I'm breaking them down into quarterly goals instead of overall 2021 yearly goals is because I find I work best when I have short-term goals rather than long-term goals. I find if I can, check them off a little bit as I go, then that ends up working out better for me. So we'll start with the books that I plan on reading in the first quarter. We'll start with my January books because those are the ones that I've decided on. You'll find I am a mood reader. So even though I list a TBR, it might shift a little bit. I also listen to audiobooks, I read ebooks, and I read physical books as well, both paperback and hardback. And a lot of the time I'm going to be picking books that I either already own or books that I can borrow from the library. Anywho, getting on to the goals for first quarter, January specifically. First book on the list is Atomic Habits by James Clear. And I figured that was a good segue into the new year because it's, positive, nonfiction. I've heard really good things about it. A couple people on BookTube have recommended it over, the past years. And I figure coming out of all the hard things that we've had to deal with in 2020, it would be good to start on a positive note. Then one of the other ones that I have is Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. I'm sure everybody has dealt with their own struggles over the last year, personally and with businesses and work and family. Mental health has definitely come to the forefront. I've noticed a lot of people talking about mental health. I personally deal with depression and anxiety, and until the last couple years hadn't realized that that's in fact what I had been dealing with since I was a kid. And getting to know that a bit better, becoming more comfortable with that, and I figured picking up a nonfiction book that helps explore that and the option of therapy would be helpful. Again, starting the new year out right. So Maybe You Should Talk to Someone by LaRue, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this, Gottlieb. Then, moving on into fiction, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Now, this was on my list actually to read back when it first came out, and I just have not had a chance to pick it up. I don't want to say it's a downside, but one of the downsides of being a stay-at-home mom is that I don't get to physically read a whole lot of books all that often. I can usually get one, maybe two physical books in a month. Most of the time I'm listening to audiobooks, which are fantastic. I have enjoyed listening to audiobooks this past year. It was something that I discovered via my sister, actually. She has a love for audiobooks. And I hadn't given it a chance up until this year, and being at home, and cleaning and cooking, and I just find it's really nice to have that on. So anywho, getting back to The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I have a physical copy of it, and I had intended to read it before now, but hadn't gotten around to it. So, goal for January is to read that one. Another book, this is an ebook that I wanted to read in the fall, was These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. Again, heard wonderful things about this book on BookTube, as well as some of the bookstagrammers that I follow, and there was a lot of anticipation for this book. So I am definitely looking forward to diving into that. I think the concept sounds amazing. And the last, which is my bonus one, I always list 4 that I definitely want to read and then like a 5th bonus one if I get to it, which I'll be honest, I'm cheating a little bit because I've already started this book. And that's the Camelot Betrayal by Kiersten. And it is the second in her series, the first one being The Guinevere Deception. I read that at the beginning of last year, and I absolutely loved it, and I thought it was great. And so the second one, The Camelot Betrayal, came out this fall. I think it was fall. I don't think it, yeah, pretty sure it was fall. And I really intended on finishing it, but I did not. And so I want to get through that one so that I can be ready for the third one that's supposed to come out this year as well. So those are the books that I am looking forward to reading in January. And now we'll move on to my writing goals for the first quarter. They're pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I've had a work in progress that I have been working with for years now, and I have not given myself the time and motivation to really delve into it. I deal a lot with, I guess it would be considered imposter syndrome, comparing my writing to other people's writing. I mean, I'm reading a lot more fantasy now, which is what the genre I've chosen for my work in progress is. And I had read a lot of young adult fantasy and not so much adult fantasy. And I'm starting to get more into the adult side of fantasy now. And I'm finding that is changing how I would like to write my story. And it's making me feel like I need to reevaluate the plot of the story and delve back into the world and the character development. So anywho, goals for first quarter are to finish the world building, to write an outline, and to start the first draft. Sounds simple when you're spelling it out like that, but it's not. It's been a difficult challenge. So yeah, working on those, but I can do it. I can do it. Social media wise, some of my goals are to obviously create a YouTube channel, which I am in the process of doing. It's scary. It's very scary. Putting yourself out there is intimidating. But I figured, again, after the year we've had, why not? You know, it's okay. Give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen, right? So that, and then I need to be more active on my Instagram account. Those are the two social media platforms that I want to focus on this year. I love photos. I have a DSLR. I love taking pictures. I'd like to learn more about my DSLR. I'd like to learn more about photography in general, and of course about video editing. So, you know, putting myself out there with that. Specifically in January, as far as equipment and stuff is concerned, I really need to get some good tripods, or at least beginner style tripods, like a mini one and then a regular tripod, because I'm currently filming with you guys stacked on boxes, which is not ideal. This isn't technically going into the first quarter goals because I don't know if I'm going to need it right away, but one of my goals for the year is also to get lighting. Right now we are using natural lighting. I have a sunroom, and so it's late afternoon, the sun's coming in well, it's winter time, so I've got some good natural lighting going on. Although now I can see that it's shifted and it's like highlighted on my earring a bit. Oh well. Okay, so moving beyond the social media goals, moving into personal goals, as far as our house goes, I planned on renovating our basement bathroom. And when I say renovating, I don't mean like major renovation. I'm not like knocking out walls or anything like that. It's more or less peeling wallpaper off from the previous homeowner and painting, staining the cabinets, hanging up a new cabinet, and that's pretty much it. Maybe changing out the lighting fixtures. And I'm pretty sure all the cabinets in my house don't have knobs on them, which is really annoying because they get stuck. So I've broken many nails, and I know that's like a really small inconvenience, but I've broken so many of my nails trying to pop open them, and I'm tired of that. So knobs will be going on my cabinets. And you know what? Maybe that's something I'll share with you guys on here. You know, I'll do like a vlog of my week, and maybe we'll do reading vlogs, and you'll see me working on the bathroom too, to update you guys. But yeah, those are my first quarter goals for 2021. And you know, if you guys have some goals made for yourself, whether they're yearly goals, quarterly goals, or just like a monthly goal, or just goals in general that you have, please feel free to share them below in the comments. I'd love to hear about them. Again, if you like what you see here and you want to see more of it, please, please, please hit that subscribe button down below, and that like button. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye.